It's a 2009 Buick Enclave. Maybe I'll get the whole car first and then do zoom-ins. So there's driver's side. So no body damage. It was actually garage kept for its entire life up until the last 9 months. It lived in Colorado. Let's see. So if we zoom in and look for any imperfections on the body, it's got a little scratch on the mirror right here. That's just something stuck on there. It looks like that'll actually probably rub off of there. It's got some little dings on the bumper here where my dad backed into the trailer. When he'd back up, he'd always just bump into the trailer, which I don't know why he did that, but there you can see there's a little bit of damage there. It does have a trailer hitch. You can see under here. It's covered up right now, but you used it for pulling a trailer. That's why it's got the damage right there. Let's see, on this side, I don't see any imperfections at all. It's got a couple little black marks there, but I think once again those will buff out. A little bit of paint on the doors chipped right there. Other than that, the body is in perfect condition. Alright, so I'll show you inside. Alright. So, the VIN on this car, let's see if I can get that to focus, is 5GAE V23D79J202599. Let's see, so look at the doors, no rust whatsoever on the doors. Actually, this car has no rust anywhere. That's what the beauty in not living in Rochester for its whole life actually is. There's a little bit of scrapes right here on the door, and a little bit of damage to the leather right here where it's just kind of started to wear. But other than that, everything else is in good condition. So it's got, I'll turn it on here in a second. I'm just looking for any sort of damage. Everything works. Hypothetically. Oh, there it goes. Okay. It's got a little storage compartment up there. We just had the windshield replaced. It had a crack in it, so this is brand new. Let's see. Open this back door. So no damage on this one. No rust. You can see all along the bottom there. No rust along here, and as long as we're on this side, I'll go ahead and crawl under and show you underneath. So it's got, let's see, there's your parking brake cable. I don't really see many cables on this side, but you can see there's no rust whatsoever going on under here. I can get the camera kind of deep under there. So this is the rear of the car. There's the gas tank, the exhaust. You can't actually see the strut in this car, which is interesting. I guess it makes sense, protect it from water. The brakes look to be in good condition. I don't see any abnormal wear on the rotors. Open up the back here. works. No damage in the car here. I'll show you the ceiling up here. And that's all in good shape. As I'm looking through this, looks like the only thing I really see is there's a little bit of a scratch right here. Probably from carrying something in the back of the car. And there's a little scratch right there. But hey, it's a 2009. That's not bad. Let's see. So passenger side rear, good condition. No rust along here. No rust along the bottom of the door. A little bit of dust, but that's it. Passenger side. Once again, no damage along the doors. No rust whatsoever. Started on any of the doors. If we crawl underneath on this side. Okay, there we go. There's your lines. So, that's probably fuel lines of some sorts. I guess this is got your fuel line, maybe you got your brake lines in there with those two, but absolutely no rust whatsoever on the lines. There's the exhaust. Exhaust is in good condition. What I always see get rusty first is these bolts, and you can see that the bolts are still even at the point where it looks like you might even be able to take them off without heat, which would be crazy. So there's the underside of the car. Just kind of reach my arm under here and let you see. We'll follow the exhaust. Under this way. Then I'll crawl underneath the front of the car here and show you underneath the front of the car too. Alright, so I'll go ahead and pop the hood. You see the engine, and actually, let's start it up. If I didn't lose my keys. Oh, alright. So this comes with 2 keys, 2 clickers. It's actually got kind of a cool feature. You can see on the door where you can preset the seats to positions where when I click the keys, it'll automatically set the door. I don't know if it'll do it right now if I push number 1. I don't know exactly what it's set at. Yeah, there it goes. So you see it kind of moved back if I push setting number 2, and the same thing with the key fob, but we don't have it set right now. You can see that the seat moves up, which isn't going to work for me, so I'm going to go ahead and set it back to position number 1. Start this up. Turn off the radio. Oh, it's going to talk about the lift gate. Okay. My seatbelt's not on, but there are no errors, no trouble codes. Let's close this so you can actually see. The odometer's at 128,710. It's complaining about my seat belt. But no error codes there. Car started up. The hood. This car is interesting because you can't actually see much under the hood. It's got covers over everything. So you can always hear it. It runs very smooth. We've not had any issues with this car whatsoever. And once again, no rust at all going on under the hood. There's the fan kicking on. So if we crawl underneath it here, you can actually see underneath the car. Front. And if you wanted to see suspension components in the front. No rust. thing on this side. This is passenger side. So no leaking in the struts. You can reach in here and no play. No leaking oil. The one thing that I did notice when I was changing the oil last time is it looks like there's a very little bit of power steering fluid coming out up underneath the car, up here. Let me see if I can crawl under and actually show that spot. But mechanically, the only problem that I know of, let's see. It's going to be too dark to see, but a very, very small power steering leak. No issues whatsoever with the performance of the car, but in the interest of being absolutely honest, in the year that we've had this, I had to top off the power steering fluid one time, so that's the speed of the leak. Other than that, let's see, any other issues we've had with it. This tire got a nail, so we patched it. So, let's see, I think that's about it. We'll go ahead and go on a test drive with it, so you can hear the way that it runs, get all the dirt off my back before I sit in it. Alright. Okay. And the air conditioner works. That's not going to matter on the video if I show that, but it does work. As far as I know, we've had this car for a year. We've yet to actually see something that doesn't work. It has heat seaters and heat coolers. So if I push this button right here, there's an air conditioning unit within the seat that will cool the seat, or if I push this button right here, will heat the seat in the wintertime. Let's turn that off. And the passenger side has the same thing. It also has tow options. So if you're towing a trailer, you can push this button, and up on the dash you can see the little trailer light illuminates, so that is trailer mode. The rear windshield wiper works if I push that, and then I've also got a sprayer for that. There it is. So that's the sprayer on the rear window. Alright. Let's go ahead and... It also has a backup beeper when you get close to things. So we'll test that out here in a second. Get back into the side roads here. Brake hard. So if we push the gas, the car accelerates. If we brake hard, the brakes work very well. Let's see. No noises when I swerve, so I'm going to go ahead and stop talking and swerve. Potholes I can hit. You hear that there's no rattling. I'll try to hit another one here. Alright. So I might take this out on the highway. I might pause the camera during that time. Well, if anyone interested in this car really wants to see how it handles, oops, squirrel, then you can fast forward through this part of the video if you're not interested in seeing how it drives to get to the highway. We got some more potholes. So drive over all these. No noises. No dash lights. So this car has had, well, 2 owners, but my dad was the first owner. My wife and I got married last year, and he gave us this car for our wedding present. But she's got some student loans that we're trying to settle, and if we sell this car, there's a possibility that we'll be able to settle those. So we're not selling it because we don't want to keep it. We're selling it because we'd rather be out of debt and have an older car than have a nice car and still owe her student loan companies. Alright, so we might make this light even. Alright, so we'll accelerate hard. Okay, so we're up to about 50 there. Got a stoplight though. There we go. Alright. Noises. We put the windows down. Blinkers work. Turn the stereo on briefly. Stereo works. It actually sounds pretty good. Let's see. I'm trying to think of other relevant information. We'll do a U-turn here. And once again, accelerate hard. Also got automatic windows. You just click them and they close themselves, or you push the second click it. Yeah, not relevant. Alright, let's come back over here. So like I said, we've never had any issue with this car. It is in Rochester, New York. So it passed New York State inspection last December, it looks like, from the sticker. If it's hugely important, if you're interested in buying the car, we can have it pass inspection again. It's only like 20 bucks. They'll look it over, or I mean, I suppose you could always have a mechanic come take a look at it if you wanted to do that. We're happy to do that. Oops, I'm sitting at the light. Got a speed bump in here, so I'm going to turn in here real quick and hit that speed bump so you can hear it go over a bump. So no noise whatsoever. Do another U-turn. Hear the backup beeper. Go find something that we can back up close to. You can hear how the backup beeper works. So speed bump again. We also put a new battery in it 4 months ago, something like that, which incidentally, interestingly enough, is behind the passenger seat in this car. It's kind of an interesting place for it. Alright. So, I'm trying to think if there's any other relevant information. So it's got cruise control. Obviously it's got all the bells and whistles. You can control the speaker, the stereo from the steering wheel. You can connect your phone and hang up. It looks like is what that button's for. We've actually not used that one. You've got, let's see, so the windshield wipers work. I'll go ahead and show you that the sprayers work also. Turn those back off. You've got automatic light control if you really want it. If the lights are on, just turn the lights off. It's got a couple of settings you can switch through on the dash. Let's see, this is, you can change the language, door lock settings, remote door lock settings, exit lighting, approach lighting, you can change the chime volume, tilt mirrors. Oh, that reminds me also, kind of a convenient feature if you have to park somewhere where you're worried about the mirrors, is you can actually move the mirrors in on both sides. And if we click that back, they'll go back out. Let's see, so if I keep switching through, and this is just these buttons here that I'm pushing. So let's see, if I get back to factory settings, exit. So if I exit this, let's see what other options I have. Oh, they have a trip meter. It's kind of convenient. A and B trip meter. It has a temperature gauge. It tells you how far to empty, your average fuel economy. So in this case, we've been driving around town and it's been getting 16.8 miles to the gallon. It's got a timer, your fuel used since you last reset it, average speed, and then I guess you can just turn all of those off. Let's see. It also has a clock on the dash. The door locks work from there. That window comes all the way down, and you just click it once and it's got an auto close feature. Same for this one. The windows in the back go all the way down, and the unit here works also. And then the same thing with this side. It does also have, let's see, so it seats 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it seats 7. I'll turn the car off to this. So, we can also pull these seats in the back. You can pull them up here, so you have another optional third row seating here. You actually see, so besides the fact that these have been down for a long time and there's a little bit of a dent right there, which I'm sure will come out, and when we vacuumed it, I guess we missed that spot right there. But you've got seating for up to 7, and if you want these to come back down, you just pull this. I think that's what you pull, maybe not. Alright, well, I'm sure there's a lever around here somewhere where I click. You can see that we've used them a lot, since I don't even know how exactly to... Let's see. I guess I should have figured this out before I took the video. But they do come back down, I just don't know exactly what you're supposed to pull on. There's something around here. Anyway, so those are the third row seating. Yeah, so one last time, I didn't think of anything else that you need to see. So it's a 2009 Buick Enclave CXL. The tires are about 1.5 years old. If you look at the tread on these, I guess you could look at the wear pattern. If I can, I don't know if that's something you can see or not, but you've got even wear on that tire. Oh, we'll do it this way. Even wear on that tire. On this tire, even wear on this tire. And same for this one. And same for this tire. You've got about the same depth here as you have here. So if there are any suspension issues or out of alignment issues that are causing the tires to wear, so those tires are, you know, still in very good condition. Like I said, it's got a new window, new battery, It was garage kept for its entire life up until last year when my dad gave it to us, and we're only selling it because we're trying to settle student loans. So it's in very, very good condition, and Colorado does not rust out cars like Rochester does. So there isn't one bit of rust started on this car.